My character was broken and I was sent. My friends and parents were to get me out on bail, but the jury they found me guilty, and the judge he wrote me down for breaking off the Union Bank. You're sent to Yartown. I could see my dear old father standing at the bar, and likewise my dear mother, tearing out her hair, tearing out her old grey locks as the tears come tumbling down. My son, what have you done to be sent to Yartown? I stepped on board an eastbound train, a cold December day. At every station that I passed, I could hear the people say, there goes the Boston burglar in a stronger or breaking off the...
Well, I kind of I appreciate TV and think it's great for the area, because as long as well as keeping people informed as to what's going on, it certainly makes people interested in what's going on, and they have questions, and they seem to want to phone in and call in, and it seems to be the next day after the show is over, people saying, did you see that thing on Bay TV, you know, so and so and this and that. So it arouses curiosity in the community and keeps their interest up too as to what's going on in the community. So I think it's a vital part of the community now. I think people are used to it, and if it was taken away now, you'd find a lot of people complaining and upset with it.
Hello, my name is Damien Mead, and I'd like to welcome you to the second show by Bay TV dealing with the fishery. The theme of this show is fishery in crisis, how you are affected and what can be done about it. The agenda is as follows. First, we'll see some highlights from empty nets.
Get up in the morning at 3:45. Try not to make much noise as you go through the door. Jump in the boat. You can hear the gulls roar at the start of a brand new day.
Okay, fine. All right. There's one just closing comment I'd like to make, is that I don't know if people are really aware of how critical, I'm sure they are, of the condition of the fishery, but the fishery is probably the only industry that Newfoundland has left that it can call its own, and I mean, everything else is gone. And I feel that the government is really not doing enough to try to strengthen and save the fishery. And I also feel very strongly that if the fishermen don't stand up and be heard and fight for themselves, the fishery will definitely come to an end, and within a very short period of time.
Thank you, caller.
Okay, thank you very much.
An excellent group of people to work with, really a different, like each person is different, probably a different walk of life, a different career, a different personality, but they all seem to blend together for some reason, and they make you feel very comfortable. Like the first meeting I went to, I must say, from the time I just walked into the room, I never really felt like an outsider. They just made you feel like you were just one of them at the very first time, right? So I think they're really an excellent group of people to work with.
If all the things come through that both this group and both the callers are looking for. I have 3 or 4 quick points. Number one, if any of the councils individually or collectively made arrangements or had discussions with their staff and employees concerning the ultimate situation with their employment of a new amalgamated town. I'll let you answer that one first.
The information we have is that no employees will lose positions under amalgamation. Certainly there will have to be a reorganization of personnel.
Collectively,
amalgamation, but still you don't have a tax structure. You're going to amalgamate all these towns. Okay?
Just trying to make this a better TV station for the community, Central area in general. We want to show people more of themselves. Let them see themselves on TV. Let them laugh at themselves, or, you know, have fun with it. That's the main thing about community TV, is having fun. And we are having fun. And I hope we're making the community happy too.
Many years and all couples so patiently, but the young boys promised it later. Now the old rocking chair will be rocking on. There's an old log cabin for sale.
Okay, now, flaming Chinese double sticks. A little dangerous, here we go. I hope you like it, this is my finale. Here's one called the helicopter spin. And if you don't believe this is flame, come up and examine my wrists after the show and see how much hair is left. Here we go. Thank you. Oh.
Well, we started out not being very formal at all, and decided a little later it would be better, as we were meeting once a week, to have some kind of a structure in place, and this is where we got an acting chairperson, and then when we got into fundraising, we figured we needed some fundraising to buy some additional equipment. Well, we knew then we'd need a treasurer, so we put a treasurer in place. And the secretary, well, the role of the secretary is not too well defined. Just about everybody takes a turn at taking the minutes and reading correspondence and such. So it's a very loose structure, and it seems to work really well that way.
And you know, we've been very successful in getting some money to help future some of our plans. We've sent out letters for looking for donations for from the different service clubs to help us, you know, buy equipment. We had a very successful fundraiser there in July. We had a booth set up in the Presidential Intertown Regatta, which is a 180 draw, which we took in $1,600.
Good evening again. Our continuing interview with the Premier Clyde Wells, Premier of Newfoundland Labrador. Mr. Wells, as I pointed out to Mr. Hogan earlier, you've successfully completed a year in office. You've got that year behind you. How does it feel?
Well, it really feels good, in a sense, a kind of a relief.
Most of the time, if you just listen to what they're saying and pick it up from there as you're going along, and I know you could be prepared as much as you want to be prepared when you're doing a TV show, but when it comes down to the final wire, you pretty well kind of forget what you've already thought you were going to ask them, and just pick it up as you go along. And you don't have to be stalling or anything. It'll just flow through if you just don't worry about it. Just let it come natural and let it speak out.
It's not that easy to come up with instant friends when you move into a new area, really. I don't think. And most of my friends, or the people that I would most likely call friends in this area, are the Bay TV people. They're the people that, if I was going to call somebody up to go for a beer or a coffee or something, it's somebody from Bay TV. So, on a real personal level, Bay TV has been has been the opening of the door of me in this community. My contribution, I guess, if I had to sum it up, was like working real hard in the beginning to invite people to come to a meeting and pulling people together and reminding them and contacting them and putting ads on the local ad channels. Once the group got formed, organizational stuff. Like I've always seen that as a skill that I have, whether it's for Bay TV or any other group in the community. Like, I think I offered a lot of ideas in the beginning about how we could structure this thing so we actually have fun and get something together.
And, it gives me something to do for one thing, but not only that, it's fun. Well, you get to go out and meet people and stuff like this, right? And I also like having a camera on my shoulder and being in the crowds, and like when I was down on the base, they were opening up a ferry terminal, and Joey Smallwood was there, right? So here I was with NTV people there and all this media, and I'm here with my Bay TV camera on my shoulder, squeezing in, rubbing shoulders with an NTV cameraman. I don't know, I felt like I had I don't know, I felt important there, I guess you'd say. And I also felt I had a bit of respect too, right?
I like BBC because I can see my dad on it when he comes in from fishing, and when I'm on my holidays I can see things that's happening when I'm across the bay. And when I had a concert, it was on TV and we could get to see ourselves over again. Launching of Calvin's new boat that they built. That's it.
Question number 9. In what Canadian province does the action in the book Hold Fast take place?
Newfoundland.
That's correct.
Like my husband, take for example, is fisherman. Me and my kids were very proud to see their dad on TV for the first time there a few months ago, coming in from fishing with the all clothes on, gory fish and everything, seeing the mess and how hard he has to work for a living. I mean, Bay TV is a very popular and very interesting thing to have in our community, and I hope it continues. With all our support, we will make it continue.
You're on the air. Yes, caller?
Yes, how are you?
Pretty good, how are you?
Good, I'm calling from Red Deer, Alberta. What?
Really?
Yeah, who am I talking to?
You're talking to Craig now.
Hi, Craig, how you doing? This is Tom.
Oh, how you doing? How's the weather up there, good?
Not too bad, actually. It's a little cloudy out right now, but it's hanging in there.
Is it warm up there?
Not too bad. It's hitting about 18 or 20 right now, but like I say, a little overcast.
Oh, really?
Better than here.
It's warmer than here, this certainly is.
How's the weather doing there?
Oh, it's sunny now, but it's...
Is that right? So am I on national TV here?
No, this is just a little community channel.
Placentia area. Is that right? Okay, I'm from Placentia.
Are you?
You betcha.
Yeah.
And I'm calling to wish my mother the happiest Mother Day she's ever had in her life.
Branch 33, the Dr. William Collingwood Memorial Royal Canadian Legion. And I ask the First Vice President, Mr. Dan Linehan, if he will lay that wreath, please. Second wreath to be laid.
Count us 2 and 2. And because it K's him for the last out of the game.
I think Bay TV is going to keep going for quite some time. And I'm hoping to be involved for all that time, hopeful. Because it's like I say, it's a great group. It's one of the best groups, I think, in the area. Yeah. Cut!